Well, he is here. Then I am too. He is here. It's time for safe railroading on the Piss Railroad. Our railroad has 91% operational safety. Soon to be probably like 300%, if I'm being honest. I'm not being honest though, am I? We'll probably crash before we get to 100%. It's a inevitability, really. But it's nice to think I'll get to 100. I believe this train was ready to be sent on its way. And then probably we will do the shunting here. I remember how to do this. I played yesterday. Got to give it the appropriate, hey, I'm moving my train whistle. And now we check to be sure that it's not going to just run past where we want it to go. Actually, we got a passenger train oncoming. It means we need to figure out a spot where a meet would be safe. The first destination is ready. Make sure the wood train doesn't need to be sent. It does not. Do not need to collect any more wood. Ah! I don't like being sent through to the sub-ocean. Don't need to, but that could be moved over here. That said, it might get in the way. So it can stay there. This train will stop at Wilmot for 4 minutes, which will give the goods train plenty of time to get probably to Barker's. I'm not sure this section is long enough. Keep an eye on things. I won't. I'll probably forget as soon as I start doing something else. Something else like moving this out of the way. Maybe. It's been a while since we moved those out, so... Nope, that's still good. These can be... Oh, we still got to get that tanker. I remember now. Barely got any coal left. Very serious, important business round here. Can't be stopping for coal. You hate glue. Is there a reason you're saying this, or are you just trying to get on the glue god's bad side? Have you burnt yourself with hot glue again? I explain myself. Maybe we want to slow down before smashing into... Oil wouldn't catch fire, surely. You could leak it all over the place and it would be fine. Looks like they are emptying the furthermost one out. That'll probably change because I've moved it now. Okay, that train's arrived at Wilmot, which is there. You probably get to... We'll have a meet at Barker's, because that's a good long thing. That ought to work. That ought to hold the little SLB. Why are you not moving? Because I didn't open the throttle again. Why does this keep happening? That's a bit too quick, and that loose tanker is going a bit too quick too. Use our fantastic Bluetooth brakes. Maybe not Bluetooth. Does Bluetooth have that kind of range? Building a new 1-3000 board. The airfield is a delicate point. You want the runway to connect perfectly on the place with the planes, where the planes can park and people and cargo go on and off. Both are basically 2 mil high, so I use super glue and PVA to glue them in place. Runway is 2 mil thick balsa wood. I use the super glue to prevent warping. Did it not prevent the warping? I mean, it makes sense to me why you would do that. Let's do all these air boys up. We don't have to do it later. And so something else, do something else, and the super glue frosts up and warps. Now it has a pile of cured super glue underneath. That sounds really annoying. I don't appreciate super glue, you might know, because it does things like that. Also, it's just mildly inconvenient to work with. The worst kind of inconvenience. Nothing else to put in here. We can drop this in this line. Because of reasons. Now it's not 2 millimeters anymore. How many millimeters is it? 100? I guess the solution is you have to do it again, huh? That kind of sucks. Three millimeters at best. Man, that doesn't sound like much, but 1/3000th scale, that's like... What does that work out to? That's like meters. in scale. I guess there's just nothing else for it other than either scraping the super glue off or just redoing it, isn't there? I got new super glue the other day. I bought black super glue because it was $10 for a big thing like that. And it's apparently shock and impact resistant. Diverging approach. Ooh. It means my trains are meeting. Or will meet. Preferably without impacting each other. If you remove the bolts of wood, it would most definitely break or leave crap behind. And then you'd have to like chisel it out or something. Man. Some days, nothing goes right. You have to uncouple if you want the engine to move off. I'm gonna go watch my trains meet. Is there space? There's plenty of space. That's a big siding. And now we switch this, and the passenger train probably won't even have to stop. Bring a sand a Wednesday. Hopefully on Wednesday everything goes without any problems. Whee! Maybe this train doesn't even have to stop. At 4 miles an hour he might as well be stopped, but he still saved a little bit of momentum. If I had the graphics settings up higher, this would look much nicer. Someone's opening all the doors on the train. Why aren't they locked? It's getting too fast. I can't get them all. That's my job done. I had to do something while I waited to throw this switch. Back to Bryson. Where instead of leaving this engine probably in the way, we'll send it off for some coal. toot. No! You're going the wrong way. Somebody didn't switch the switches properly. Or did I just switch this the wrong way just moments ago? I can't remember. Somebody called Herbert? No. Somebody else. It was John. John Q. Incorrect maneuver. We can move at 18. We don't want to go too quick around these parts. Stupid John. Perfect. Now, do we need to oil the bearings? 1% is too much oil lack. Too small an amount of oil. We need 100%. Also, I'm good at speaking English. That's ready for whenever a goods train gets in. It is not quite close enough to Doodadsville yet. How's the coal place doing? Hardly working, it would seem. It's probably only really been like 20 minutes literal time since last time I checked on it. Though for me, it was yesterday. This is parked here for a reason, and I think the reason was to check and see if that would empty before the goods train got here, and it may do, so I'll leave it there. I remembered a thing. These are all outbound. There is some shunting to do here, I think. No. No, no. No. And not yet. But soon, because there's less than a ton of building supplies. You're going to need all the building supplies you can get around here because there are no buildings. And it would probably make the most sense to roll that backwards, rather than bring the locomotive all the way off the front of the train down here and then shunt it back on there. Just back the entire train down and get it. That's using your noodle. I was wondering, do other YouTube creators ask you for collaborations? Not really, not very often. I did do a collaboration with Model Minutes and... oh, fuck, I can't remember the other guy. We did Commonwealth vehicles. Other than that kind of thing, I don't really know how doing models you can really do much of a collaboration. Now, I'm sure there's other tasks. Oh yeah, I forgot. Switching down here. I was gonna do that. That's a task that needs to be done. There's nothing left up in the interchange. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. In a theme, it's possible. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we did with that. I don't remember what it was called. Not a group build. Co-build or something? It's like a theme. Commonwealth vehicles is a theme. A very, very wide theme, but still. I did a, I've forgotten what I did now. I think it was the, Australian Matilda too. I'm gonna figure out where this shit goes. There, over there, over there. I know where those go. Over there, over there, and further down the line. So we've only really got a couple that go in here. It's not organized very well, which is a bit obnoxious. Commonwealth. Is it really common to meet people in good wealth? Right. Let's say yes. No. I think what they mean by Commonwealth is that the British take everything, and it's everybody else's wealth. That's what they have in common. Yeah, let's go with that. Never fear, locomotive is here. I do like that new addition where if a train stops at a signal, pops that up and you can just tell it to pass the signal. You don't need to check if it's safe or anything. But you just tell it to keep moving, and it does. Very thoughtful addition. What I might do is uncouple. We take these, which need to go over there. Sounds plausible. It is. British love stealing stuff that doesn't belong to them from other countries. I've got over 1,000 money. I'd better pay my loan down. 14 grand. Unlike the truck game, I can become debt free in this game. that up so I can remote brake. Paperboard factory probably wants their coal, so I should do their shunting now before buggering off up the line. No, don't change direction, you fool! Hey, Camphor King, how you doing? No, don't come to an entire stop before I can uncouple. Arse! Oh, well. Maybe that shouldn't be rolling. Maybe it doesn't actually matter, but it should go that way. Can't be too dangerous. Still trying to get to 100% safety. Which I will probably ruin in a blaze of glory the first time I crash. Not the first time, but you know what I mean. The other day I just drove this switcher off this track here because I was going too quick. It almost completely destroyed it. That was fun. I wonder if I can turn those wipers on. I wonder if there's a control you can operate as the little man. Probably not, right? This looks very simple. Guess that's fine. Fun? With Herbert? No. That's forbidden. You can't do that. Is that coupled? It has to be coupled. Otherwise these little doodads here wouldn't be there. You could go a bit quicker than that. Surely hitting these at 5 is fine. It doesn't cause any damage. Oh, wow, we got 1,000 something for some passengers. No, I want to... That's another new feature that I really like. You to roll over the other way. Probably just roll that one all the way into position without ever having to go over there. It'll do it slowly, but it will do it eventually. Or it gets the hose again. use that money to pay more back. And then I'll probably immediately take out another loan for a new locomotive. I think I would like to buy another engine for assisting over the grade to Andrews. So that's fine. That's... Oh, you stupid shit. Did I switch that the wrong way, or did it just not activate when I clicked it? I'll deal with it on my way back. That's probably not going to roll all the way in. We may have to use the 050 solution. It's probably not even going to get out of the way before I get my engine to it. So make sure that you are you shouldn't be departing. You're on the wrong fucking track. This is somebody else's fault, surely. Just stick it in reverse. It doesn't need anything. It does need to be told to let better passengers though. Better? More. No, we're not going there. And just sit there until I forget about it and it'll pick up passengers. Fine, I'll use my locomotive to push it. This railroad? Safety railroad. There's my little dude. He looks completely distracted. He's not got his mind on the job. He's probably high. Hepped up on goofballs. But he sure does have good core strength. Is that what you need to stand still like that when being bumped around? He's got good balance. $58. Oh yeah. Put that towards a nice big steam locomotive, probably. Must not forget about this. It doesn't really matter. We'll probably get the engine over here before they get anywhere near this switch, which they must not pass. You shall not pass. You shall not puss. I shalt. Ding, ding, ding. That means the locomotive is happy. I'll put these on the switch list, even though they empty so fast, it doesn't really matter. Probably. Also, don't get so distracted you crash into them, because that does matter a little bit. They might charge me $1 or $2 for damage. Hello, Herbert. I can whistle, Erpaderp. I can whistle. I can't whistle. Did put that one on the list. Yeah. Hope these idiots like coal. It's gonna be Christmas inside that factory. This is the one that employs child labor. So they make them work by making them think it's Christmas every day when the coal train drops off their coal. What a terrible place. Is there a can called Whistle? Maybe. Can you buy whistles in cans? Can you make a whistle out of a can? I think technically doing this I'm honking. It's it's the same thing, more or less. How's the railroad monopoly? It's good. Business is booming. I haven't crashed yet, so we've got 91 safety ratings still. No. No. Why the fuck does pressing X switch to the other engine? What I was trying to do was press Z to activate. And it's not doing it now. That to apply the handbrake remotely. That was almost disastrous after I'd bragged about having my 91% safety rating. It wouldn't be good to run old PIS 1200 into the buffer at the end. I'll have to take it off to get fixed again. How much money did I get for that coal? Not as much as I wanted. Excuse me. Oh, hiss! You got brakes on? No? Why won't it move? Probably doing it wrong. It just needs to be rolled back like a meter so that it's not interfering with the switch. Looks like that has arrived. I was not notified. Or I was and ignored it. Ah, damn. There goes that safety rating. I was distracted, I tell you. I'm not drunk. You're drunk. 5% damage, man. They're gonna charge me like $3 or $4 for that. Well, the honking makes it all better. This wouldn't have happened if I was smart enough to have noticed that I didn't switch that properly. How much damage is 3% damage? Aww. That means it has to go to visit the repair place. Probably. We do have to run down that way at some point. Okay, now, no more crashing. Don't be drinking. That I was thinking. I blame everyone except me. I know I'm the only person around here. But still, I'm innocent, I tells you. The repair place is called Lord Lumpy Dumpy. It's an interesting name for a repair facility. I thought it was more like something like, now I can't remember the name of the town. Dildos Bro. Dildos Bro repair facility. That's not obnoxious at all. Now our little man isn't on the switcher anymore. Yep, that's how you climb aboard. That's too slow. Perfect. Now we've got to kajigga these. Is there room for both of them there? Only just, probably. We'll deal with it later. So we can't leave this fellow waiting for too long. He's got places to be. How do we do this? I want those there. We're gonna have to make multiple moves. You're an outstanding conductor, Herbert. This is true. Somehow. I know. How about... this is the wrong locomotive selected. How about we select the right engine first? We just back it up a bit. Don't switch it back to AR, you fool. Also pay attention to the way your engines are facing. It's been a long day. If we stick this end of the train on the main, we can just go forwards and run, leave these here, and then run around and come back onto it. That's really great safety rating music. Yeah. It doesn't change... don't you roll further forward. It doesn't change immediately, so we've still got 91% for now. I think. Yeah, look at that. We'll just pretend nothing happened, and surely if we don't report it, then no incident occurred. That's how it works. Do some honking. Hey, Tanketta Gaming, how you doing? Almost all those doors are open. Who did that? Test how fast could a train go. I already did that months ago. It was too fast. I've got to get my safety rating to 100%. You can't be testing trains falling off the tracks like that. Too soon, I think, with the brakes. We can probably just send this guy on his way. You'll be happy on the road. Let me hurry up and let me skip the fusee. We're too far away for that. Let's make sure he escapes and doesn't go to the logging camp. Everything's gonna work out just perfect. No, it isn't, because we've forgotten the end of a train. What an utter idiot. Piss Railroad is the best railroad in the entire region. All the way from Silver to Andrews. There's no better railroad there. And we got a lot of these for the sawmill. 13, that looks like. I haven't even switched the sawmill to tier 5, I don't think. Maybe I won't. It would just become too much work. This railroad. The railroad of confusion and delay. That might be a touch too quick. Now I don't have to get all upset when I go to check on my train at its destination to find half of it missing. There is something missing for an accurate simulation. A goofy farmer running over the tracks where he wants all the time. Man, that would be pretty good. Maybe that's coming. It's not finished yet. But as the only railroad, there is no competition to have a better rail because everyone knows this is the only reason you are the best. Hey, it's true, but we don't have to say it. We're the best because of our high performance and quality assurance. Anyway, that's probably fine to find its way to Bryson. If we align the tracks for it so that it goes into the yard, all will be right with the world, you would assume. And now we go back. We should probably send the passenger train on the way so that it isn't in the way when we try to get our switcher through. It's not as full as I would like. Go! Go as fast as you can, backwards. I thought there was more cars there. I'm sure I think a lot of things. Train coming! Get the hell out of the way. Or in the way, we don't care around here. Anything we run over, we scoop up and sell in the dining car aboard the Chud, this railroad's premier passenger train. Where do they go? Over there. Forward. Should have checked if the bearings on the Chud needed oiling. I'm sure it's fine. Premier passenger train or only passenger train? Yes. I was thinking about adding another passenger train. Once I get the line to Andrews open. Aha, it does fit. Only just. That one's probably nearly full. Well, that's for future Herbert to worry about. Good thing future Herbert likes shuffling railroad cars. Oh man. If I click it enough times, it's gonna work. You need the doors open. Oh, $69. Oh, yeah. I would like to get paid more, but it's okay to get paid the funny sex number. Only 1,200, no, 12,000 to go. We may not have to pay back any interest. I can easily earn $12,000 before a day and 13 hours. Easy. Clicked on that and you should apply. And now we need to go to Locust Pinco. How much would you spend? Nothing? We're not going to spend any money, probably. Unless, actually we will, because we will drop this off at the roundhouse. On the way back from Wilmot, I guess. Switch against us. That's fine. There's probably a bunch of stuff that needs picking up at Dildo's, bro. You're in the way. You're in the way. And by the time the switcher gets up here, you'll probably be gone. Because you've been here since 10:16. You've got like 1 minute. And you've probably got enough coal and water to make it to place. Bryson. Probably. I will align this so that you don't go past it. You're in the way. Well, urine will always find its way. Ah, good old urine. I'll just do the paperwork for these. Of course, it's the one at the back that needs to be moved. If this was Railroads Online, I'd just use the re-railing tool to shunt them by hand. That's cheating! We do need a big crane to make this game more sensible and realistic. The coal to rule them all. I'm not ruled by no coal. Music is like you use coal out of Mordor. And now I get what that message means. I should read all of the messages before I speak. There we go. Right on time. 41 passengers on there. I wish there was a way you could see, like, the total amount of passengers for the train. That'd be neato. Wow, it's getting closer to its overhaul time. Somehow. It's never been overhauled, so that's probably why. How are your bearings looking? 94, 94, 94, 94. That's fine. It's not going to seize up on us. Put a flare to make sure the other train stops. Yes, you should. Maybe stop playing and pay attention. Even if I did stop playing, I would be having trouble paying attention. I'm poor money and attention-wise. I'm probably going to buy this engine to use as my mountain helper. So I need like 38 grand. I don't think even my passenger train can make it over a 4.5% incline. Excuse me. But we're going to do some science to test it out when I do open that line. I've got the train that I could deliver to it. Don't know where it has to be delivered, though. I could get in my way. And to hail at track site. Right there, that would be mildly in the way. Kinda. It will be in the way until I've dealt with the freight train when it gets here. Passenger train can push the train. The passengers can push the train. That's a novel concept. They're gonna love that. We'll save all that money on coal and water. And we'll charge the passengers to do it. This is a brilliant business decision. Maybe I need a Ferengi emote instead of a Klingon one. Okay, that goes beyond. One step beyond. So we'll just boop, shove that down the line. I could make the future easier for myself by putting that in front of that. So I think I will. I do want things to be easier. I don't want that to go too far, though. Settle down. Wonderful socialistic plan. It's going to be wonderful. Everyone's going to be happy, and everybody will say, boy, Piss Railroad, innovative, wonderful, the Chud best train in the world. Even has a shitter in every coach. Handbrake is going to impede my movement. That is the purpose of the handbrake. Piss Railroad to you and your house. Everybody wants Piss Railroad in their house. I'm making this more complicated than I should, I think. You started, you might as well finish it. It has a shitter in every coach. Passenger comes in the coach and sees a giant man taking a shit in the corner of the train. We didn't specify what we meant by shitter, I guess. The conductors should greet passengers that way. They should. We can just assume that they are doing that. There's nothing to say there's not that kind of thing going on. I think I stopped that too close to the switch too. Man, what a big dumb fuckhead. I can fix that by getting my little man off the train and just rolling it forward a bit. Magic teleporting old man. Yeah. That'll keep moving, I assume. Heroic coupling music. Why is that? Because you've left the brakes on is why it's not moving. At least I've got good troubleshooting skills. Like, I could have sat there for hours not knowing why that wasn't moving. But I'm very smart. realized something, that my my 2 box cars full of repair parts didn't come in on the last interchange. I was kind of hoping they would. Now I'm the disappoint. I'm an adult. My girlfriend still wonders why she's marrying you. Well, that's her problem. Apply the handbrake. Hey, Thomas Hood. Nope, I don't usually model on Monday nights. Tuesday mornings and Wednesday nights. I am streaming gaming more on YouTube, though, for whatever reason, until it becomes inconvenient. Maybe I should leave this here while I take that boxcar over to Wilmot. Not on the main line, of course. That would be very rude of me. You have to tune in whenever. And yeah, most people are the same way. Streaming is more of a... If you're around, you can watch it, or watch the VODs if you really want. Otherwise... There's always properly made videos. Oh, I didn't kill myself. I just nudged myself out of the way. I probably shouldn't have phrased that way. Now the video will probably be unmonetizable. I'm kind of curious if I can just push the guy along, though. He's in the middle of the track. Sensible. I'm gonna keep him on the switcher. It's a good spot. He'll stay there. He'll stay there, whether he likes it or not. And I don't think he does. Future Herbert can deal with that. If he remembers. Nope, we didn't do any damage. You back on up to Wilmot. What are you doing? Wilmot, where this guy is. Look at that, isn't that convenient? Let's use the locomotive to teleport. We'll be bringing these back. How delightful. I don't know if putting flare under the train will do anything to it, but it shouldn't. But I'm going to put it in front anyway. How about a touch of the oil? You've got to keep the chud in tip-top condition. It's about time I fixed the paint job on this one. I think the way to do that is by selecting a different one. There. Now the chud is complete. How much are those cars anyway? I do want a second passenger train. Sometimes it seems like you think future Herbert can turn photo etch into plastic parts. That's too much for good old future Herbert. Yeah. Sucks to be him. What is the most annoying job around? I would argue the people working for the city and their stupid leaf blowers. Hang, hang, hang. Guess who just passed 12 times? Is it the leaf blower people? I was going to... yes. Is this the one I want? One that carries 84. Only 6,450. I'll buy another short train. Not yet. Still paying off my previous loan. How did I guess that? I am very strong in the powers of observation. I also am very annoyed by things by leaf blowers. Okay, that looks like it'll be fine whenever our little engine chooses to get up here. Because this guy isn't currently in use, I'm gonna assign it to the task of moving, at least moving this load closer to its destination. Not really in a rush to get to Andrews, but it's got to happen at some point. Maybe we'll put some coal in before we go. Yeah. Fill up, you fat shit. It's a bit mean. How are we doing with this guy? Perfect safe arrival. It doesn't fit entirely in the yard, but I guess that's okay. It doesn't have to. We are dropping all the green labels. Now I don't know if I need to make it easier for myself by... I'll just take these out right away. Yeah. And that looks like it's basically ready to just be dropped right into the hardwood place. Except that needs to be cut out. Whoever shunted these is an idiot. I'm pretty confident it wasn't me that shunted them. Damn it. I wanted to teleport up there. I want to hang out in this little hut. I was going to complain about not being able to open the door, but it... Ooh, lights up. Boy, I'm easily amused. And stop that train anytime you like. He's having his fun. Somehow the music is very fitting for this very evil-looking man. Get back to work. I was using that engine to take the log train. That means I've got to move that engine. Man. His 69 has stopped for some reason. I'm sure it's a good reason. That's not a good reason. So this is not a good reason, Sim? Yep. No good reasons here. Does that even fit in? Yeah, only just, though. It's not going to cause me any troubles leaving it here. Probably. It's a dangerous assumption. Oh, and that needs shunting out now. Maybe 28's a bit quick. It's fine. We've already derailed once. Surely we won't. We've got it out of our system now. Won't happen again. We've got our... Well, maybe it's not at its destination. Maybe it's just a signal for the shunter. Mr. Piss 1200. Wasn't even close. Dokily will set the track for the passenger train to get in. For you to get out. Herbert, no derailments, Erpaderp streaming. Herbert, seldom derailment streaming. Did I change the name of this stream from yesterday? Nope, sure didn't. I didn't even change... Good thing I'm playing the same game, because I didn't change anything. You have 200 cars to paint in 3000th scale. Just spray them all the same color. Easy. Or are you going to... How small is a car in that scale? Can you even paint detail on them? I mean, I'm sure you can. Is it worth it, though? Or are they just little colourful spots? 2 millimeters? That's pretty big. You'd better detail everything on those. No, we will begin the shunting, the Bryson shunting. Once that gets out of the way. Well, that needed water too. Haha. Opened your hatches, idiot. That's not where the water goes. Trekan Beluevich painted 2,000 invisible ghosts yesterday. I believe you, for some reason. I mean, surely it doesn't matter what the cars are doing and where they are. You fuck. You didn't need to stop at this signal, really. Probably wouldn't have stopped if I just left the, if I was just happy to leave the fusee in the track. But no, I switched that. That's why it's red. Why has he stopped? Signal.y. Because you've left that switched. Irresponsible. Well, that's ready to go now. That's a gosh darn inconvenience. That gets in the way of me dropping that entire cut of freight cars in there. That's how the railway works, I suppose. Everything's a gosh darn inconvenience. Go and grab that. And how soon? Well, that's going to be sitting there for a while. You having fun there, Herbert? Mm-hmm. I really like this little engine. I don't know why. It's fun. Oh, gravity! How dare you work upon my locomotive? You'll never learn, Herbert. Okay, and now it's out of the way of this guy, who that's probably got plenty of water. It's been decided that this engine is the local Woody boy. There's probably more than ample time to get out across the line before the passenger train even gets close. How fast can we get moving? Probably not very. Oh, 32. This rickety old thing will probably fall apart when it gets to 40. Good times. That would have came off the tracks if I didn't stop it. The music implies that the train will die. It does, but somehow the music has failed us because it lived. These are my wagons. I should oil them. You shouldn't get distracted from that locomotive moving at them. Such dramatic axle box oiling music. Look at that. Perfect. You got 98%, but nobody cares about you. Piss 10 means kilogram? A kilogram of piss. You reverse to the log area, where I will eventually forget that you've gotten nearly all the way there and need to be reversed. Perfect. Before we can send that on its way, this needs to come back. It's full of schist. Uh-oh. Stop signal? What the bloody hell for? Oh, didn't want to... Why can't they deal with their own problems? Why don't you want to go on the main line? Why don't you want to go on the main line? It's nothing to be scared of, you giant piss baby. Maybe there's something oncoming down the line. No? Well, yes, but no. Maybe it's because that's a dead end or something, so it's like, no, I don't want to go down there. We'll just watch him go by. And we can switch the switch behind him. And there will be no further problems, right? Delusional Herbert. Oh, I was hoping it would teleport him on the wagon. That's what they mean when they say train surfing, right? Whee! He's having a good time. Okay, now back to business. Serious business. Why the handbrake is on. Deactivate the handbrake and it'll start moving. Man, you know so much about handbrakes. I'm something of an expert. I've learned so much by constantly leaving them applied. Have a look at that old switch list. There's probably tons left on it. Yeah, it's not as bad as I was expecting, actually. I do hope one day they weather some of this rolling stock. And locomotives. I doubt it's like a priority for the devs, but it would be nice. I like things that don't matter at all to the game. That's great. If you use too much super glue and spray the activator, it gets hot and a chemical puff of smoke comes off of it. When it gets in the nose, a sneeze happens. Funny, again. Well, that's what happens. Super glue bonds with an exothermic reaction. And I guess if you make it happen faster, it probably gets more hotter quicker. That's the correct track for that. Not making any mistakes. Not old mistake-free Herbert. Though maybe you'd consider running over that switch a mistake. Uncouple. Honkety honkety honk. Job's done. Look at that, making profit. We're nearly up to another $1,000. Bank's gonna be so happy that we're paying all the money back. They probably didn't expect to see that any of that back. What is... Because you didn't remove the fusee, Herbert. And now, to ensure efficient movement of the locomotive onto the repair track, we'll move this. Fucking piss 10. You wretched dog. I mean, it's good that it notifies me when I need to take action. But what can the bank do? Invest in another railroad? Ha ha ha. They wouldn't dare. Okay, we're cold and watered. And run around and grab that train. I assume this yard has two ends. It does. Is the yard haunted? The music implies it could be. Could be. Why, there's a ghost right there. One of the ones Trekkan painted. Sure, this engine won't have any trouble getting this load over the hill. If it does, we'll just send another engine after it. Nothing bad could possibly happen. GCL. That stands for Good Coal Load.
Prepare for ramming speed!
No, well, I guess this is ramming, kinda. That should be fine to just sit there for a bit. We've got a few minutes for that to get past. Passenger train is nearly at Bryson. We should deal with this 10. Because if we don't, he'll only load half the train. Nobody wants that. I don't think I really even need to be running this log train. I haven't upped the level at the sawmill to a point where I really need it, but it's fun. It's fun to have more work. We could probably fit one more on this train. Actually, I think we can't because of the siding at the other end. I calculated how many I needed, and I was probably correct. And this one's ready. Why you click that? You need operations on the boxcar. Look at that, it's empty. Hey, it's me again, how you doing? Is that already rolling? No, I just got stuck inside of it. I didn't disengage the handbrake for some reason. Whee! Surely that's a downward grade. 1%. Obviously, I'm incorrect. Damn it! It's the opposite of what I want. I was hoping to avoid having to use the locomotive to do this. So I'm going to spend way more time sitting here pressing Shift R. Is this the Muppets Christmas Carol? It might be. Legally distinct Muppets Christmas Carol. Keep going. Don't you dare stop. It's not rolling anywhere. Maybe It's rolling better now. That looks like a downward grade. Ass. I'm just going to... It's gonna bite the bullet and use the train to pick it up. Maybe we switch it to manual and then it will do what I want it to. Also, now that's empty. We shouldn't just leave that there. It's probably an important part of our train. That'll be a few more dollars profit at the end of the day anyway. That's no big deal, Herbert. It's what you're here for. Your entire job is to move bits of rolling stock around without complaining. Using the engine to pick a wagon up? What a strange concept in a train. Ah, piss. I didn't really want it to go down that line. Maybe it's got enough momentum now that it'll just couple onto the back of this train. Probably way too quickly. It's got to be doing at least 12. I'm sure the shop crew appreciates this. Gotta push it far enough back that I can access that switch. I was meaning to release the throttle, and I applied the brakes. It was easier to couple the hoses together if you stop the train, Herbert. Bullshit. We've gone far enough back. Just have that guy pass his signal. There is absolutely no need to check, because Piss Railroad is the safest railroad. Why do you like piss so much? I don't. It's just a funny word. Everything must be named Piss. Oh, settle down. Don't need to worry about the air hose. On the interchange, you'll be happy to receive one more hopper. I'll leave that one there because that's mine. It belongs to me, and I don't want to pay for another load of coal when I don't need it. Don't think I can get this to roll by itself. And doing it this way basically defeats the purpose of doing it, but I wanted to see if it would work. So dramatic. We're gonna have to move that tomorrow because there'll be another coal hopper coming in, undoubtedly. But for now, that's fine. That's future Herbert's problem. Maybe you don't want to get distracted by the map. Man, future Herbert must be a genius. All the problems that he'll solve. He likes to think he is. Almost. Okay, release. Release the Kraken! You can reverse. That's plenty of coal and water to make it at least to place name. Alaka Junction. And I'm pretty sure that the train that comes back is on the middle road. So we won't have any accidents there. Probably should do something about this situation too. The Devil's Locomotive. That still hasn't emptied. Yeah, sort it. That's gonna be in the way. That sounded weird. Let the safety rating judge if there was an accident. That's why I'm going to repair that switcher. If the switcher's repaired... what the fuck are you doing? Switch against. Is that why you're whistling at me? It's like, oi, switch. Our crew isn't going to deal with that. You do it. And now the freight train should come and stop there, and we can make the drop. Switcher is here. Well, these are a bit inconvenient. There's the passenger train, actually. Is just arrived at Bryson. The locomotive is on the other end. I wanted to service the locomotive, but that means now we've got to run around the train. What an absolute inconvenience. Whatever. That'll be dealt with at some point. Don't think I can fit these two in the repair track with the engine. But I'm going to give it a try. They don't need repairs, but it's easier than uncoupling and shunting and shifting things about. It is only 3% damaged, but it's better to have it fixed. Probably give it some fuel while it's here. Oh, it has plenty. I must have gave it fuel yesterday when I fixed it. I have no beverage left. Look at these beautiful boxcars. I gave them new numbers. Beverage thieves. Criminal scum. It might fit. We've got our repair speed at 5 times of this place. No work for them. Good. 21 minutes. Need half a ton of repair parts. It doesn't tell me how much it'll cost. I guess that'll happen after it's repaired. They're gonna rip me off. How much? He's still got quite a bit of fuel, but we are going to Nantahala. You won't make it. Oh, ye of little faith. You have to put boxes in boxcars because coal goes in coal cars. Passengers go in passenger cars. 4 wheels go in 4-wheel drive cars. It's true. I don't make the rules, but I do follow them. That's why they call me good old law-abiding Herbert. Emphasis on old. Why are you looking at a red board? Who is looking at it? Oh, I know who's looking at a red board. Old Satan's locomotive. You're not quite in the way yet. Oh man, why did the... Oh, that must have been when I changed the colours on the passenger wagons. You changed the name of the engine to the Chud. It's not a passenger train branded locomotive. It belongs to Piss Railroad. I wish the text on the tender was bigger. And the next thing up here is probably going to be that train with the hasn't left because you didn't switch the switch for it, Herbert. Eventually it'll get up here, and I think I'll leave it on this middle road. Are you moving? No? Why? You haven't given it orders, Herbert. Did I completely forget about doing that? Shit. You're going too quick. You better not be damaged. It's 98%, but that's not because I've damaged it. That's from wear and tear. Yeah, that's what the kids say. They blame all the damage on wear and tear. There's no way we can get both under there. Eventually, we'll clear that switch. There we go. No, we're not really running out of coal. We're getting close. It's a very nice looking locomotive, in my opinion, allegedly. Maybe I'll take a screenshot of that. Excuse me. And use that next time I play the video game. Or maybe I'll just forget. Is it full? Uh-huh. I'm going to put my little man there, because I think that's enough for this evening. I'm getting tired, and I want a 10:45 night snack. I bet my money on forget. No, I'm not forgetful. I'm remembery. I don't even remember what I'm going to forget. Let's see about doing a small raid. I can click the buttons. I know what I'm doing. I will be back in the morning. I don't know exactly what I'm going to build, but it's modeling day tomorrow. I'm thinking maybe the mini art T3485. That seems like it'll be fun. Who do I want to raid? I'm gonna raid Hey I'm Zed. You build something made of plastic? I will. I accidentally clicked the add button. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I can't cancel that. Oh well, if you're getting ads, you won't be able to hear me. If not, I appreciate you. And thank you for watching. I'm gonna raid Hey I'm Zed. Once I figure out how to do that, I'll click the button. I forgot that too. I didn't forget anything ever. Ads. Yep, it was unintentional. I'm assuming that Silly can no longer hear me. The YouTube won't get the ads because I deselect ads on YouTube. Oh, you can hear me. Oh no! All that shit I said. I regret nothing. Thank you for watching. Go say hi to Hey I'm Zed. Take care of yourselves and I'll be back in the morning. Toodaloo!